Close your eyes now, and let yourself settle into this moment, this peaceful moment, where nothing else matters, where time itself seems to slow down, where everything becomes soft, and gentle, and perfectly still. Did you know that just 8 weeks of regular meditation, just 8 short weeks of practice, can physically change the structure of your brain? Scientists using MRI scans have discovered that meditation increases the thickness of your prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for awareness and concentration, and actually shrinks your amygdala, the fear center of your brain. You're literally reshaping your brain, rewiring your consciousness, transforming yourself from the inside out, simply by being present, simply by breathing, simply by existing in awareness. And tonight, you're going to drift through the ancient practice of meditation and mindfulness, understand the power of presence, explore the science of stillness, and in doing so, find the deepest, most peaceful, most restorative sleep you've had in a long time. Tonight, you're going to journey through the most accessible practice that exists, meditation in all its forms, from ancient wisdom to modern science, from breath awareness to body scanning, from compassion practices to the simple art of being present, from the Buddha's teachings to neuroscience discoveries. We'll explore together, gently, softly, 100 soothing discoveries about meditation and mindfulness. Each fact will settle over you like gentle awareness, carrying you deeper and deeper into the most restful sleep. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, no thoughts you need to think, no goals you need to achieve. Just breathe, softly, naturally, and let these gentle truths about mindfulness guide you into the deepest, most peaceful, most restorative rest. This is meditation itself, this listening, this presence, this gentle letting go. Let's begin this journey together, slowly, peacefully, drifting now into the beautiful practice of present moment awareness. Imagine yourself sitting in a quiet space. The light is soft, gentle, filtering through as if through clouds. The air is still, perfectly calm, perfectly comfortable. You're sitting comfortably, or lying down, it doesn't matter which. Your body is supported, held, embraced by whatever surface is beneath you. There's no strain, no effort, no trying, just being, just existing, just present. And here's something beautiful about this moment, about right now. This moment is all that ever exists. The past is memory, the future is imagination, only now is real, only this breath, only this heartbeat, only this instant of awareness. And in this moment, this eternal now, everything is okay, everything is perfect, everything is exactly as it should be. You don't need to fix anything, change anything, improve anything, just be, just notice, just exist in this peaceful present moment. Your breathing flows naturally, in and out, in and out. You don't need to control it, don't need to change it, don't even need to think about it. Your breath breathes itself, your body knows what to do. And simply noticing your breath, simply being aware of it, is meditation, is mindfulness, is the ancient practice that's been done for thousands of years, by millions of people, in countless traditions, all discovering the same simple truth, that presence brings peace, that awareness brings calm, that being here now brings rest. The silence wraps around you gently, like a blanket, like compassion, like the softest embrace. Everything feels perfectly still, perfectly calm. Your body is beginning to relax, your mind is beginning to quiet, your whole being is settling into this moment, into this breath, into this perfect peaceful present. Meditation is ancient, older than written history, older than religion. Humans have been meditating for at least 5,000 years, probably longer. The earliest written records of meditation come from ancient India, from the Hindu traditions of Vedantism around 1500 BCE. But meditation likely existed long before, in shamanic practices, in early spiritual traditions, in the natural human tendency to sit, to be still, to look inward, to wonder about consciousness, about existence, about the nature of mind. And here's something beautiful about meditation's origins, something that connects all traditions. Meditation arose independently in different cultures, in India, in China, in ancient Greece, in indigenous traditions around the world. People everywhere discovered that stillness brings insight, that presence brings peace, that looking inward reveals truth. This universality shows that meditation isn't cultural, isn't invented, but discovered. It's part of being human, part of having consciousness, part of existing as an aware being. The Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, is perhaps the most famous meditator in history. About 2,500 years ago, he sat beneath a Bodhi tree and meditated until he reached enlightenment, until he understood the nature of suffering, until he found complete peace. His meditation wasn't about belief, wasn't about prayer, wasn't about worship. It was about direct observation, about seeing clearly, about being fully present with what is. He discovered that suffering comes from resistance, from wanting things to be different than they are, and that peace comes from acceptance, from presence, from being here now. The Buddha taught many meditation techniques, many practices, many ways to cultivate awareness. But they all came down to one thing: attention. Notice your breath, notice your body, notice your thoughts, notice your emotions. Don't judge them, don't change them, don't resist them. Just notice, just be aware, just be present. This simple act, this gentle attention, is the essence of all meditation, of all mindfulness, of all contemplative practice. Your breathing continues, steady, natural, effortless. Each breath is an opportunity, an invitation, a doorway to this moment. You breathe in, you breathe out, and in that simple cycle, that ancient rhythm, you find peace, you find stillness, you find yourself exactly where you are, which is the only place you've ever been, the only place you'll ever be, here, now, present. And here's something soothing about the simplicity of meditation, about how easy it actually is. Meditation isn't about stopping thoughts, isn't about clearing your mind, isn't about achieving some special state. It's simply about being aware, about noticing, about paying attention to what's already here. Your thoughts will come, let them. Your mind will wander, let it. That's not failure, that's not doing it wrong, that's just what minds do. The practice is noticing when attention wanders, and gently bringing it back, not with force, not with judgment, but with kindness, with compassion, with gentle guidance, like guiding a child, like redirecting a puppy, with patience, with love, with infinite gentleness. The practice spread from India throughout Asia. Different cultures adapted it, different traditions formed. In China, meditation merged with Taoism, created Chan Buddhism, which traveled to Japan and became Zen. In Tibet, meditation combined with indigenous traditions, created Tibetan Buddhism with its complex visualization practices. In Southeast Asia, Theravada Buddhism preserved the original practices, the simple awareness techniques, the fundamental mindfulness. Each tradition unique, each valuable, each offering a path to presence, to peace, to the awakened state of being fully here, fully now, fully aware. You're practicing now, right now, this moment. Listening to these words, feeling your body, breathing naturally. You're meditating. You're being mindful. You don't need to do anything special. Don't need to sit in any particular way. Don't need to achieve anything. You're already doing it, already here, already present. This is the practice, this gentle awareness, this soft attention, this being here now. The silence deepens around you, or within you, or both. There's no difference anymore. You are the silence is you. Your body relaxes more deeply, your muscles releasing, your tension melting. Your mind quiets, thoughts slowing like leaves settling after wind. Everything coming to rest, everything finding stillness, everything discovering the peace that was always there, beneath the noise, beneath the thinking, beneath everything, just peace, just stillness, just this. The breath, this simple function you've been doing since birth, becomes the central object of many meditation practices. Not because breath is special, but because it's always here, always now, always available as an anchor to the present moment. You can't breathe in the past, can't breathe in the future, only now, only here. So following the breath, attending to breath, is automatically attending to now, to presence, to this moment. And here's something beautiful about breath meditation, about why it's so universally taught. The breath exists at the boundary between conscious and unconscious, between voluntary and involuntary. You can control your breath, or let it happen automatically. This makes breath perfect for meditation, for observing the relationship between doing and being, between effort and surrender, between control and trust. Watch your breath without changing it, and you're practicing non-interference, practicing acceptance, practicing being with what is. In mindfulness meditation, you simply observe the breath. Notice the sensation of air entering your nostrils, cool, fresh. Notice the slight pause at the top of the inhale, that still point. Notice the exhale, warm, releasing. Notice the pause at the bottom, that moment of emptiness before the next breath begins. You're not trying to breathe deeply, not trying to breathe slowly, not trying to breathe in any particular way, just noticing, just observing, just being with each breath as it naturally occurs. Your attention will wander. This is certain. This is normal. This is not failure. The mind's nature is to wander, to think, to plan, to remember, to imagine. Meditation isn't about preventing this, it's about noticing when it happens. When you realize you've drifted into thought, into memory, into fantasy, you simply, gently, kindly, bring attention back to the breath. Back to sensation, back to now. This returning, this gentle coming back, this is the practice. This is meditation. Not staying focused, but returning when focus is lost, again and again, with infinite patience, infinite gentleness, infinite compassion for yourself. And here's something important about the wandering mind, something that helps you be gentle with yourself. Research shows that the average person's mind wanders about 47% of the time. Nearly half of our waking hours, we're not present with what we're doing. We're thinking about something else, planning, worrying, remembering, fantasizing. This constant mind wandering is correlated with unhappiness, with stress, with dissatisfaction. When we're not present, we suffer more. When we're here now, we're more content, more peaceful, more at ease. Meditation trains presence, trains the mind to stay, trains attention to remain with what is. And this training brings profound peace, profound contentment, profound well-being. Your breath continues, in and out, in and out. You might notice it slowing, naturally, effortlessly. As your body relaxes, as your mind quiets, breathing naturally becomes slower, deeper, more rhythmic. This is the body's wisdom, the natural settling into rest, into peace, into the meditative state. You're not making this happen, it's happening through you, through presence, through the simple act of being aware. Some traditions count breaths, a simple technique to help maintain focus. Count each exhale from 1 to 10, then start over. If you lose count, start again at 1. No judgment, no criticism, just gently beginning again. The counting isn't the point, presence is the point. The counting is just a tool, a support, a way to notice when attention wanders. Some people find it helpful, others don't. There's no right way, only what works for you, what brings you presence, what helps you be here now. Other traditions use breath as a mantra. Breathing in. I am breathing in. Breathing out. I am breathing out. Or simpler. In. Calm. Out. Ease. In. Peace. Out. Rest. The words help focus attention, help maintain presence, help the mind stay with breath rather than wandering into thought. Again, the words aren't magic, they're tools, supports, ways of maintaining mindful awareness, of staying present, of being here now. The silence deepens. Your breath becomes even more subtle, more quiet, barely noticeable. This is deep relaxation, deep meditation, deep peace. Your body knows how to do this, has always known. You're not achieving something new, but returning to something natural, something fundamental, something that's always been available, beneath the noise, beneath the thinking, beneath everything. Just this, just breath, just presence, just peace. Beyond breath, meditation can focus on the body. Body-skin meditation, progressive relaxation, somatic awareness. These practices bring attention to physical sensations, to the felt experience of having a body, of existing in flesh and bone, of being embodied consciousness. This grounds awareness, anchors it in the concrete reality of sensation, of feeling, of the body's wisdom. And here's something fascinating about body-based meditation, something neuroscience reveals. When you bring attention to a body part, you increase neural activity in the brain region that corresponds to that area. The sensory-motor cortex lights up, becomes more active, more engaged. You're literally strengthening the brain-body connection, enhancing interoception, the sense of internal body state. People with strong interoception have better emotional regulation, better stress management, better overall well-being. Body awareness leads to emotional awareness, to self-regulation, to peace. In body-skin meditation, you systematically move attention through your body. Start with the toes. Notice any sensation there, warmth, coolness, tingling, pressure, or no sensation at all. Then move to the feet, the ankles, the calves, slowly, gradually, patiently. bringing gentle awareness to each part, not trying to feel anything particular, not trying to relax, just noticing, just being with whatever is there or isn't there. The practice is attention itself, awareness itself, presence itself. You can try this now, gently, softly. Bring attention to your toes. Can you feel them? Are they warm or cool, touching something or free? Don't move them, don't wiggle them, just notice, just be aware. This is meditation, this is mindfulness, this simple noticing of what's already here, what's always been here, what you've been ignoring while lost in thought, in planning, in worry. Your body is always now, always present. Attending to it brings you present too, brings you here, brings you home. Move attention up to your feet, your ankles, your lower legs. Just noticing, just being aware. No goal, no destination, no achievement, just this gentle touring of your own body, this friendly awareness, this compassionate attention to the physical form you inhabit. You might notice tension, tightness, discomfort. Don't try to fix it, don't try to relax it, just notice it, just be with it. This non-reactive awareness, this gentle presence with what is, often allows tension to release on its own. Not because you tried, but because you stopped trying, because you allowed, because you were present. And here's something beautiful about chronic pain and meditation, something studies have shown. Mindfulness-based stress reduction. MBSR, a program developed by John Kabat-Zinn at the University of Massachusetts Medical School, has been shown to significantly reduce chronic pain. Not by eliminating sensation, but by changing relationship to it. Participants learn to observe pain, to be with it without resistance, without the suffering that comes from fighting it, from wanting it gone. Pain is sensation, suffering is the mental reaction to pain. Meditation addresses suffering, the resistance, that this shouldn't be happening. When we stop fighting, when we're present even with discomfort, suffering decreases. Sometimes dramatically. Sometimes pain itself lessens, but even when it doesn't, it becomes more bearable, more manageable, less overwhelming. Your body is deeply relaxed now, maybe more relaxed than you've been in days, weeks, months. This happened not from trying to relax, but from bringing awareness, from being present, from simply noticing without judgment, without agenda, without goal. This is the paradox of meditation. The more you try, the less it works. The more you allow, the more it happens. Control creates tension. Presence creates peace. Trying creates stress. Being creates rest. The practice continues. Move attention to your upper legs, your hips, your lower back, your abdomen, your chest. Always with the same gentle quality, the same friendly awareness, the same compassionate presence. You're not scanning for problems, not looking for what's wrong, just touring, just visiting, just being aware of this body, this miraculous organism, these trillions of cells all working together, all cooperating, all maintaining life, maintaining you. Research shows that regular body scan meditation increases gray matter in the insula, a brain region critical for interoceptive awareness, for emotion regulation, for empathy. People who practice body scans show increased ability to identify emotions, to regulate emotions, to respond to emotions skillfully rather than reactively. The body is the doorway to emotional intelligence, to self-awareness, to wisdom. Attending to body, being present with sensation, develops these capacities, strengthens these skills, creates these changes, naturally, organically, through simple awareness, simple presence, simple being here now. The silence wraps around you gently, or perhaps you wrap around the silence, no difference anymore. You are awareness, aware of body, aware of breath, aware of being. This is meditation. This is mindfulness. This is the practice that changes brains, that heals bodies, that brings peace to minds. And you're doing it, right now, this moment, perfectly, completely, exactly as you should be. Thoughts arise. This is inevitable. This is natural. This is not a problem. The mind produces thoughts like the heart produces beats, like the lungs produce breaths. It's what minds do. The untrained mind might produce 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts per day, many repetitive, many negative, many unnecessary. But through meditation, through mindfulness, you change your relationship to thinking. You're no longer controlled by thoughts, no longer believing every thought, no longer identified with thinking. You become the awareness that notices thoughts, the space in which thoughts appear, the sky in which thought clouds float. And here's something liberating about thoughts in meditation, something that changes everything once you truly understand it. You are not your thoughts. Thoughts are mental events, phenomena that arise and pass, like sounds, like sensations, like anything else you observe. If you can observe a thought, you can't be that thought. You're the observer, the awareness, the consciousness in which thoughts appear. This realization, this insight, brings tremendous freedom. You don't have to believe every thought, don't have to act on every impulse, don't have to be controlled by mental chatter. You can observe, can notice, can be aware, and can choose how to respond, or not respond at all. In meditation, when thoughts arise, and they will, constantly at first, you simply notice them. Thinking, you might quietly note, or planning or worrying or remembering. You label the thought gently, acknowledging its presence, then return attention to breath, to body, to the present moment. You're not pushing thoughts away, not suppressing them, not fighting them. Just noticing, just naming, just letting them be, and letting them go. Like clouds passing across the sky, like leaves floating down a stream, thoughts come, thoughts go. You remain aware, present, peaceful. Your mind might be quieter now than when we started. Thoughts might be slower, less insistent, less overwhelming. This happens naturally through sustained attention, through presence, through the simple practice of being here now. The mind settles like muddy water settling when left undisturbed. You're not clearing the water, not filtering it, not doing anything to it, just leaving it alone, just being still, and clarity emerges naturally, organically, inevitably. And here's something important about meditation and thinking, something that prevents a common misunderstanding. The goal of meditation is not to stop thinking, not to achieve a blank mind, not to eliminate thoughts. That's impossible, unhealthy, not the point. The goal is to change your relationship with thinking, to observe thoughts without being controlled by them, to notice thinking without being lost in thought, to be aware of mental activity without identifying with it. This creates space, creates choice, creates freedom. You can think when thinking is useful, and be present when it's not. You can engage thoughts deliberately, and let them pass without engagement when they're unhelpful. This is mental freedom, this is psychological flexibility, This is wisdom. Some meditation traditions use thoughts themselves as objects of meditation. Watching thoughts arise, persist, dissolve. Noticing how thoughts come from nowhere, exist briefly, disappear into nothing. Where do thoughts come from? Where do they go? Are you creating them, or do they arise spontaneously? Investigating thought in this way, observing the nature of thinking itself, leads to profound insights, to deep understanding of mind, to liberation from psychological suffering. The practice of noting, of labeling, helps maintain mindful awareness. When a sound occurs, note hearing. When a sensation arises, note feeling. When a thought appears, note thinking. The label helps you observe without being caught, without being swept away, without losing presence. It's like putting a frame around experience, creating just enough distance to see clearly, to be aware, to remain present. The label itself becomes automatic, becomes unconscious, leaving you in pure awareness, pure presence, pure being. Research by Dr. Judson Brewer at Brown University showed that experienced meditators have decreased activity in the default mode network, the DMN. This network is active during mind wandering, during self-referential thinking, during the mental chatter that characterizes most people's inner experience. The DMN is associated with unhappiness, with rumination, with depression. Meditation literally quiets this network, reduces its activity, creates more moments of pure awareness, of presence, of freedom from the constant mental noise. The silence deepens even more. Thought itself is becoming quieter, slower, less frequent. Gaps appear between thoughts, moments of pure awareness, of thoughtless presence. These gaps, these spaces, this is the peace you've been seeking, not in having better thoughts, but in the space between thoughts, in the awareness that exists before thinking begins, after thinking ends, during the pause. This is your true nature. This is what you are beneath the mental noise, pure awareness, pure consciousness, pure being, peaceful, complete, whole. Meditation isn't just about awareness, it's also about heart, about compassion, about loving kindness. Some practices specifically cultivate these qualities, develop them, strengthen them. Metta meditation, loving kindness meditation, directs goodwill toward yourself and others. Compassion meditation, Tonglen in Tibetan tradition, develops the capacity to be with suffering, your own and others, with openness, with tenderness, with love. And here's something remarkable about compassion meditation, something brain science reveals. Practicing loving kindness meditation for just 7 minutes increases positive emotions and feelings of social connection. Doing it regularly, over weeks and months, creates lasting changes. Studies by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson showed that loving kindness meditation increases positive emotions, life satisfaction, sense of purpose, social support, physical health. It also decreases depression, anxiety, and PTSD symptoms. Compassion isn't just nice, it's transformative. It changes your brain, your body, your life. In loving kindness practice, you begin with yourself. This might feel awkward, selfish, uncomfortable. But you cannot give what you don't have. Cannot offer compassion to others without compassion for yourself. So you start here, with yourself. Silently repeating phrases. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be at peace. Or whatever words resonate, whatever phrases feel right. Repeating them, feeling the intention, the wish for your own well-being, your own happiness, your own peace. You might feel resistance, might hear inner voices saying you don't deserve kindness, don't deserve happiness. Notice this, be aware of it. This is the inner critic, the harsh judge that many people carry. Meditation helps you see this voice, recognize it's not truth but habit, not reality but conditioning. And you can choose differently, can offer yourself kindness despite the critic, can wish yourself well-being despite feeling undeserving. This is healing, this is transformation, this is changing from the inside out. After yourself, you extend loving kindness to someone you love, someone easy, a friend, family member, pet. Picture them, feel your love for them, and repeat the phrases. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at peace. Feel the wish, the intention, the genuine care you have for their well-being. This might come easily, might feel natural. This opens the heart, softens you, prepares you for extending compassion further. And here's something beautiful about practicing compassion, about what it does to you. Research by Dr. Richard Davidson at the University of Wisconsin showed that compassion meditation increases activity in brain regions associated with empathy and emotional processing. Long-term compassion meditators showed dramatically increased activity in these regions, even during non-meditative states. The practice creates lasting changes, permanent alterations in how you relate to others, how you respond to suffering, how you exist in the world. You become more empathic, more caring, more connected, naturally, effortlessly, through practice. Next, extend loving kindness to a neutral person, someone you neither like nor dislike, the mail carrier, a store clerk, someone you see but don't know. This is harder, feels less natural, but it's important. It breaks down the categories, the divisions, the walls between self and other, in and out, us and them. All beings want happiness, want to avoid suffering. This person, neutral to you, is the center of someone else's universe, is deeply loved by someone, deserves happiness, deserves peace, just as you do. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at peace. Then, the real challenge, extend loving kindness to someone difficult, someone you struggle with, not necessarily an enemy, maybe just someone annoying, someone who bothers you. This might feel impossible, might create resistance. And that's okay. Notice the resistance, be aware of it, don't force anything. Just try, gently, tentatively, to wish this person well-being. They suffer too. They want happiness too. They're doing their best, even if their best causes problems, even if their best hurts others. They're human, imperfect, struggling, just like everyone. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at peace. Finally, extend loving kindness to all beings, everywhere. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be at peace. Feel the expansion, the opening, the boundlessness of this wish. This is the big heart, the great compassion, the love that knows no limits, no boundaries, no exclusions. Every being, everywhere, deserving of happiness, deserving of peace. Your heart feels different now, softer, more open, more tender. This is the natural result of compassion practice, of loving kindness meditation. The heart literally opens, softens, becomes more receptive, more caring, more loving. This isn't weakness, it's strength. The greatest strength. The power to care, to love, to wish well-being for all, even yourself, even enemies, even the whole world. The silence wraps around you gently, but it's a different silence now, warmer, more loving, infused with compassion, with kindness, with the heart's natural wisdom. You're not just aware, you're caringly aware, lovingly aware, compassionately aware. This is the fullness of meditation, awareness and heart, presence and love, emptiness and compassion, together, inseparable, complete. Meditation isn't just sitting, isn't just formal practice, isn't just these quiet moments of focused attention. Meditation is a way of being, a way of living, a way of relating to all of life. Mindfulness can be brought to anything, to everything, to every moment of every day. Walking, eating, working, speaking, listening. All can be done mindfully, with awareness, with presence, with attention to this moment, to what is, to the direct experience of being alive. And here's something important about bringing mindfulness into daily life, about why it matters. Jon Kabat-Zinn, who brought mindfulness to Western medicine, defines mindfulness as paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. This quality of attention, this way of being, can transform ordinary activities, can turn mundane moments into profound experiences, can bring peace to busy days. You don't need more meditation time, you need more mindfulness in the time you already have. Walking meditation is a beautiful practice. Simple, accessible, powerful. You walk slowly, deliberately, paying attention to each step, to the lifting of the foot, the moving forward, the placing down, to the shift of weight, the balance, the sensation of contact with ground. You're not going anywhere, not trying to get somewhere, just walking, just being aware of walking. This can be done formally, pacing slowly back and forth, or informally, bringing this quality of attention to any walk, any movement from place to place. Eating meditation transforms a daily necessity into spiritual practice, into direct experience, into pure presence. Take one bite, one raisin, one piece of chocolate, one sip of tea. Approach it with curiosity, with wonder, as if you've never tasted anything before. Look at it, notice color, texture, shape. Smell it, what do you notice? Bring it to your lips, notice the impulse to bite, to eat, to consume. Slow down. Place it in your mouth, don't chew yet. Just notice texture, temperature, flavor. Then chew, slowly, deliberately, noticing how flavor changes, how texture transforms, how the impulse to swallow arises. This single bite, this simple experience, can be profoundly satisfying, more satisfying than eating an entire meal unconsciously, mindlessly, while distracted. And here's something research shows about mindful eating, about why it matters. People who eat mindfully eat less, enjoy food more, have better relationships with food, less binge eating, less emotional eating, less guilt and shame around eating. Mindfulness brings awareness to physical hunger versus emotional hunger, to actual fullness versus habitual eating patterns, to the satisfaction of food versus the emptiness food can't fill. This awareness, This presence naturally creates healthier relationships, healthier behaviors, healthier lives. Mindful listening is perhaps one of the most powerful practices, one of the greatest gifts you can give another person. When someone speaks, really listen. Don't plan your response. Don't judge what they're saying. Don't let your mind wander. Just listen, fully, completely. Be present with their words, their tone, their emotion, their humanity. Notice when you stop listening, when attention wanders, when you're thinking instead of hearing. Gently return to listening, to presence, to being here with this person. This quality of attention, this gift of presence, is rare, precious, healing. People feel it, feel seen, feel heard, feel valued. And you benefit too. You're practicing presence, practicing awareness, practicing being fully here, fully alive, fully engaged with life as it unfolds. Working mindfully means bringing full attention to whatever you're doing. Not multitasking, not distracted, not thinking about the next thing while doing this thing. Just this. Whatever this is. If you're washing dishes, wash dishes. Feel the water, the soap, the texture of plates and cups. Be present with the activity. If you're typing, type. Notice fingers moving, keys pressing, words appearing. Don't disappear into thought about what you're writing. Stay present with the physical act of writing. This full presence, this complete attention, makes work more satisfying, more efficient, less exhausting. You're not divided, not split, not scattered. Just here, doing this fully, completely, mindfully. Research shows that multitasking doesn't work. The brain can't actually do two things simultaneously. It switches rapidly between tasks, and this switching takes time, creates errors, increases stress. Every time you switch attention, there's a cognitive cost, a moment lost, efficiency decreased. Mindfulness, single tasking, doing one thing at a time with full attention, is more efficient, more effective, more peaceful. You accomplish more with less stress, produce better quality with less effort, live more fully with less exhaustion. More meaningful than any words, any gifts, any actions. Just being here, fully, completely, mindfully present. This changes relationships, changes connection, changes love itself. The practice extends everywhere, to every moment, to every activity, to every breath. This is the mindful life, the awakened life, the life lived in presence rather than lost in thought, in past regrets or future worries. Just here, just now, just this, over and over, moment by moment, breath by breath. Forever beginning again, forever returning to now, forever coming home to presence, to awareness, to being alive, fully, completely, mindfully. Over the past few decades, thousands of studies have been conducted on meditation, on mindfulness, validating ancient claims, proving effectiveness, revealing mechanisms. The evidence is overwhelming. Meditation works. It changes brains, improves health, reduces suffering, enhances well-being. This isn't belief, isn't faith, isn't wishful thinking. It's measured, documented, scientifically validated. Meditation is evidence-based medicine, proven therapy, validated intervention. And here's something remarkable from the research, something that shows meditation's power. A study published in Psychiatry Research Neuroimaging showed that participating in an 8-week mindfulness-based stress reduction program appeared to make measurable changes in brain regions associated with memory, sense of self, empathy, and stress. MRI scans showed increased gray matter concentration in the hippocampus, important for learning and memory, and in structures associated with self-awareness, compassion, and introspection. They also found decreased gray matter density in the amygdala, which plays an important role in anxiety and stress. 8 weeks. That's all it took for measurable brain changes, structural changes, permanent alterations. Research on anxiety shows meditation is highly effective. Multiple studies, multiple meta-analyses, consistent results. Mindfulness-based interventions reduce anxiety significantly. As effective as medications for many people, without side effects, without dependency, without cost beyond time invested. The mechanism is clear. Anxiety is worry about future, rumination about past. Meditation brings attention to present, to now, to what is rather than what if. Anxiety can't exist in the present moment, only in thought about other times. Presence dissolves anxiety, naturally, effectively, completely. Depression responds to meditation too. Mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT, was specifically developed for depression. Studies show it's as effective as antidepressant medication for preventing depression relapse. The UK's National Institute for Health and Care Excellence recommends MBCT as a treatment option for people with recurrent depression. This is official, medical, recognized effectiveness. Meditation isn't alternative medicine, it's medicine, proven, validated, accepted. And here's something important about ADHD and meditation, something research is revealing. People with ADHD can meditate, benefit from meditation. The myth that ADHD prevents meditation is false, unhelpful. Studies show mindfulness training improves attention, reduces impulsivity, decreases hyperactivity in people with ADHD. The practice might look different, might involve movement, might use different anchors, but it works, it helps, it heals. Attention can be trained, even in ADHD, especially in ADHD, through patient practice, through meditation, through mindfulness. Sleep research shows meditation improves sleep quality, reduces time to fall asleep, increases sleep duration, decreases sleep disturbances. A study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that mindfulness meditation significantly improved sleep quality in older adults with moderate sleep disturbances. Better than sleep education. Better than sleep hygiene alone. The mechanism is straightforward. Meditation reduces the cognitive arousal, the mental chatter, the rumination that prevents sleep. It activates the relaxation response, calms the nervous system, prepares body and mind for rest. You're experiencing this now, this deep relaxation, this peaceful drowsiness. Your body knows, recognizes, responds to meditation's calming influence. Your nervous system is shifting, parasympathetic activation increasing, stress hormones decreasing. Everything preparing for sleep, for rest, for the restoration that comes from deep, peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. Chronic pain research, as mentioned earlier, shows meditation changes pain experience. Studies by Fidel Zaidan and colleagues showed that mindfulness meditation reduces pain intensity ratings by 27% and pain unpleasantness ratings by 44%. These are significant reductions, meaningful differences, real relief. And the reductions occur through unique brain mechanisms, not the same as placebo, not the same as distraction. Meditation activates areas related to self-control and awareness, deactivates areas related to pain evaluation, creates a different relationship to pain, a relationship of observation rather than identification, of presence rather than resistance. And here's something fascinating about aging in meditation, something that offers hope. Meditation might slow cellular aging. A study by Nobel Prize winner Elizabeth Blackburn showed that meditation increases telomerase activity. Telomerase is an enzyme that protects telomeres, the caps on chromosomes that shorten with age. Longer telomeres are associated with longevity, with health, with slower aging. Meditation might literally extend life, slow aging, promote longevity. Not by fighting aging, but by reducing stress, by promoting peace, by allowing the body to maintain itself without constant stress interference. The evidence continues to accumulate. Study after study, paper after paper, all pointing to the same conclusion. Meditation works. Mindfulness helps. Presence heals. This isn't mystical, isn't religious, isn't belief-based. It's biological, psychological, measurable, real. And you're experiencing it right now, this moment. The peace you feel, the relaxation in your body, the quiet in your mind. This is meditation working, mindfulness healing, presence bringing the peace you've been seeking. The path of meditation isn't always smooth, isn't always easy, isn't always pleasant. There are obstacles, challenges, difficulties that arise. These are normal, expected, part of the practice itself. In Buddhist tradition, they're called the 5 hindrances: desire, aversion, restlessness, drowsiness, and doubt. Every meditator encounters these. Every practitioner works with them. They're not problems to solve, but experiences to be with, to understand, to learn from. And here's something important about obstacles in meditation, something that changes how you relate to difficulty. Obstacles aren't failures, aren't signs you're doing it wrong, aren't reasons to quit. They're the practice itself. Working with obstacles, being present with difficulty, observing resistance without being controlled by it. This is meditation. This is mindfulness. This is the training. Smooth, easy, pleasant meditation teaches less than difficult, challenging, uncomfortable meditation. The obstacles are the path. The difficulties are the teachers. The challenges are the opportunities for growth. Desire, or grasping, is wanting things to be different, wanting pleasant experiences, wanting meditation to feel a certain way. This creates tension, creates suffering. You're not present with what is, but lost in what you wish were. The practice is noticing desire, observing it, being aware of the wanting without acting on it, without following it. Just seeing. Wanting, and returning to presence, to what is, to now. Aversion, or pushing away, is not wanting what's here, resisting pain, resisting boredom, resisting difficulty. Fighting what is. This also creates tension, creates suffering. The practice is noticing aversion, observing resistance, being aware of the pushing away, and softening, allowing, accepting. Not liking what is, not wanting it to continue, but not fighting it, not resisting it. Just being with it, as it is, without adding the suffering of resistance to the difficulty of what is. Restlessness is the agitated mind, the body that wants to move, the feeling of I should be somewhere else doing something else. This is extremely common, especially in beginning meditation. The practice is observing restlessness, noticing the energy, the agitation, without acting on it. Sitting with restlessness, being present with agitation. Eventually, if you don't feed it with attention, it settles, quiets, dissolves. Like a wind that blows itself out, restlessness passes. If you let it, if you don't fight it or indulge it, just observe it. And here's something that helps with restlessness, something practical. Movement meditation can help. Walking meditation, yoga, tai chi, qigong. These practices combine movement with awareness, allow the body to move while the mind stays present. Sometimes sitting still is too much, too difficult, too activating. That's okay. There are other ways, other practices. The goal is presence, not stillness. Awareness can occur in motion as easily as in stillness, perhaps more easily for some people, for some bodies, for some minds. Drowsiness, or dullness, is the heavy sleepy feeling, the mind becoming foggy, unclear. This is different from the peaceful relaxation you're experiencing now. Drowsiness in meditation is lack of clarity, lack of awareness, fading consciousness. The practice is recognizing it, brightening attention, opening eyes, changing posture. Or, if truly tired, accepting that sleep is needed more than meditation right now, and allowing rest. There's no failure in this, no doing it wrong. Just responding skillfully to present needs. Just being present with what is. Doubt is questioning whether meditation works, whether you're doing it right, whether you'll ever get it, whether it's worth the time. This is the mind protecting its habits, resisting change, defending against transformation. The practice is observing doubt, noticing the questioning, not believing the doubt, not following it. Just seeing it as another mental event, another thought passing through. Doubting and returning to practice, to breath, to presence, to now. Doubt is natural, universal. Every meditator experiences it. Many times. It's not truth, just a hindrance, just resistance, just the mind's habit of questioning everything. You might experience these obstacles, might have already, might experience them tomorrow, or next week, when you practice on your own. And that's okay. That's normal. That's the practice. The goal isn't to eliminate obstacles, to have perfect meditation free of difficulty. The goal is to be present, even with obstacles, especially with obstacles, to develop a different relationship with difficulty, with discomfort, with challenge. This is the transformative practice. This is what changes you, what develops you, what creates the profound shifts meditation is known for. The silence continues to hold you. Your body deeply relaxed. Your mind mostly quiet. You're in a beautiful meditative state, peaceful, present, aware. This is the fruit of practice, the result of presence, the gift of being here now. But remember, this peaceful state isn't the goal. Presence is the goal, being aware whether peaceful or agitated, whether pleasant or unpleasant, whether easy or difficult. The practice is presence itself, awareness itself, being here now, with whatever is, exactly as it is. Meditation practice, formal sitting, dedicated time, this is important, this is valuable, this creates the foundation. But the real practice, the real transformation, happens when meditation integrates into life, when presence becomes your default, when awareness infuses every moment, when mindfulness becomes who you are rather than something you do. This is the goal, the purpose, the point of all practice. Not to become a good meditator, but to become a conscious human being, awake, aware, present, responsive rather than reactive, wise rather than habitual, free rather than conditioned. And here's something about integration, about bringing practice into life. Start small. Don't try to be mindful all day. That's overwhelming, impossible, frustrating. Instead, choose one activity. This small practice, done consistently, creates a foothold, a beachhead, a place where presence lives. And from there, it spreads, naturally, organically, into other moments, other activities, other areas of life. Driving mindfully is powerful practice. Most people drive on autopilot, thinking about everything except driving. Planning, remembering, worrying, while the body automatically navigates traffic, signals, turns. This is dangerous, but more, it's wasted opportunity. Driving can be meditation. Feel hands on wheel. Notice pressure of foot on pedal. See colors, shapes, movement. Hear engine, tires, wind. Be present with the act of driving, fully, completely. This makes driving safer, more enjoyable, less stressful, transforms necessary transportation into peaceful practice. Waiting mindfully changes one of life's most frustrating experiences. Waiting in line, waiting in traffic, waiting on hold. Usually, these moments create impatience, frustration, resistance. But they can be opportunities, invitations to presence, to awareness, to being here now. Waiting is happening. Resisting it doesn't make it end faster, just makes it more unpleasant. But being present, noticing breath, feeling body, observing thoughts, transforms waiting from problem to practice, from frustration to peace. You're not trying to make time pass faster, you're being present with time as it passes. This is very different, profoundly different, liberatingly different. And here's something about relationships and mindfulness, about how presence transforms connection. Most relationship problems stem from not being present, from thinking instead of listening, from judging instead of understanding, from reacting instead of responding. Mindfulness transforms this. When you're present with someone, really present, conflicts decrease, connection increases, understanding deepens. You're not assuming, not projecting, not lost in story about them. Just here, with them, aware, present, open. This quality of presence, this gift of attention, is the foundation of healthy relationships, of deep connection, of genuine love. Conflict handled mindfully looks different. When upset, angry, triggered, the automatic response is to react, to lash out, to defend, to attack. Mindfulness creates space, a pause, between trigger and response. In that space, you can choose. can respond skillfully rather than react automatically, can observe anger without being anger, can feel hurt without acting from hurt. This doesn't mean suppressing emotion, doesn't mean not responding, means responding wisely, from awareness, from choice, from presence rather than from reactivity, from habit, from conditioning. The practice of stop is helpful when stressed, overwhelmed, reactive. Stop. Stop, pause, interrupt automatic reaction. T, take a breath. Or 3, ground yourself in body, in present. O, observe what's happening inside, emotions, thoughts, sensations, what's happening outside, situation, others, context. P, proceed, respond skillfully, choose action based on awareness rather than reaction based on habit. This simple practice, this momentary pause, creates freedom, creates choice, creates the space where wisdom lives. Research shows that mindfulness improves emotional regulation. The ability to feel emotions without being overwhelmed by them, to respond to emotions wisely rather than react to them automatically. This is emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, emotional freedom. And it develops through practice, through meditation, through mindfulness. Not by controlling emotions, not by suppressing feelings, but by being present with them, by observing them, by allowing them without being controlled by them. And here's something about forgiveness and meditation, about releasing resentment. Meditation creates the space, the clarity, the compassion necessary for forgiveness. Not forgiveness as condoning, not forgiveness as forgetting, not forgiveness as reconciling necessarily, but forgiveness as releasing, as letting go, as choosing not to carry hatred, resentment, victimhood anymore. This forgiveness is for you, for your peace, for your freedom, not for them. Meditation shows you that holding resentment hurts you more than them, that letting go frees you, that peace is possible, even after hurt, even after betrayal, even after loss. The integration continues, moment by moment, day by day, practice by practice. You're not trying to be perfectly mindful, trying to never be distracted, trying to achieve some special state. You're just beginning again, returning to presence, coming back to now, over and over, forever starting fresh, forever releasing the past, forever opening to this moment. This is the practice. This is the path. This is the way home to yourself, to presence, to peace. At the deepest level, meditation reveals truths about existence, about consciousness, about the nature of self. These insights aren't beliefs, aren't philosophies, aren't concepts to accept intellectually. They're direct experiences, direct observations, direct realizations that arise from sustained practice, from deep meditation, from profound presence. You don't have to believe them, you discover them, you see them, you know them directly. And here's something about impermanence, about change, the first insight meditation reveals. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. Thoughts arise and pass. Sensations come and go. Emotions emerge and dissolve. Even the sense of self, the I, is constantly changing, never the same from moment to moment. This isn't depressing, though it might seem so at first. It's liberating. If everything changes, then suffering changes, difficult times pass. Nothing lasts, good or bad. This creates freedom, freedom from clinging, freedom from fearing, freedom to be present with whatever is, knowing it will change, knowing nothing is permanent, knowing all is flux. You can observe this now. Notice sounds. They arise, exist briefly, disappear. Notice sensations. They appear, persist, fade. Notice thoughts. They emerge from nothing, exist momentarily, dissolve into nothing. Everything flowing, everything changing, everything temporary. This is the nature of all phenomena, all experience, all existence. Not stable, not solid, not permanent. Just flow, just change, just impermanence. The second insight is suffering, or more accurately, dissatisfaction, the sense that something is wrong, something is missing, something needs to be different. This arises from clinging, from resisting, from trying to hold on to pleasant experiences, from trying to push away unpleasant ones, from wanting reality to be different than it is. Suffering isn't pain, isn't difficulty, isn't unpleasant experiences themselves. It's the relationship to them, the resistance, the rejection, the this shouldn't be happening. Meditation reveals this, shows how resistance creates suffering, shows how acceptance, presence, allowing what is, dissolves suffering even when difficulty remains. The third insight, perhaps the most profound, perhaps the most unsettling, is no self, or not self. When you observe experience carefully, closely, continuously, you can't find a stable, unchanging self. The I you think you are is actually a process, not a thing. It's thoughts, sensations, emotions, perceptions, constantly changing, constantly flowing. There's no solid core, no unchanging essence, no permanent soul. Just experience, arising and passing, moment by moment. No one having the experience, just experience happening. This isn't nihilistic, doesn't mean you don't exist, means you're not what you think you are, not a solid separate self, but flowing awareness, pure consciousness, unbounded being. And here's something about this insight, about why it matters. Most suffering comes from identification, from thinking thoughts are my thoughts, emotions are my emotions, this body is me. When you see through this, when you realize there's no solid unchanging self, identification weakens, suffering decreases. You're not taking things personally anymore, because there's no person to take them. You're not protecting a self, because there's no self to protect. You're just present, just aware, just being, free from the burden of maintaining, defending, promoting this fictional solid self. This might sound abstract, philosophical, irrelevant to daily life. But it's not. It's the most practical insight, the most liberating realization. It changes everything, how you relate to thoughts, to emotions, to others, to life itself. You're not your thoughts, not your emotions, not your body, not your story. You're the awareness, the consciousness, the space in which all of this appears. This realization brings profound freedom, profound peace, profound ease. Meditation traditions speak of enlightenment, of awakening, of liberation. These aren't magical states, aren't supernatural achievements, aren't destinations you reach and stay at forever. They're realizations, insights, shifts in perspective, seeing through illusion, recognizing what's always been true but obscured by thought, by habit, by conditioning. Awakening is waking up from the dream of separation, from the illusion of solid separate self into the reality of interconnection, of flow, of pure awareness. This can happen gradually, over years of practice, or suddenly, in a moment of deep meditation. But it doesn't make you special, doesn't make you superior, doesn't make you different. Just makes you see clearly, be present fully, live freely. You don't need to understand this intellectually, don't need to believe it, don't need to achieve it. Just practice, just be present, just observe, and insights arise on their own, naturally, organically, when you're ready, when awareness has developed sufficiently, when presence has deepened adequately. Trust the process, trust the practice, trust your own direct experience. Nothing else matters. Nothing else is true. Only what you see directly, what you experience personally, what you realize yourself. The silence now is complete, total, absolute. You're not just in silence, you are silence. You're not just aware, you are awareness itself. No separation, no division, no boundary between observer and observed, between knower and known, between experiencer and experience. Just this, just presence, just being. Pure, simple, complete. You've journeyed far tonight, through ancient practices and modern science, through breath and body, through thoughts and emotions, through compassion and wisdom, through obstacles and insights. All leading here, to this moment, this peaceful, present, perfect moment, where nothing needs to change, nothing needs to improve, nothing needs to be different. Just this, just now, just perfect as it is. The practice of meditation, the cultivation of mindfulness, these aren't about becoming better, aren't about fixing yourself, aren't about achieving some special state. They're about recognizing what's already here, what's always been here, what will always be here. Pure awareness, pure presence, pure being. Underneath all the noise, all the thinking, all the doing. Just stillness, just peace, just this. And here's something to carry with you, something to remember. Meditation is always available. Always accessible. Always just one breath away. You don't need special conditions, don't need perfect circumstances, don't need dedicated time, though all these help. You can return to presence anytime, any moment, any breath. Just notice, just be aware, just be here now. This is meditation. This is mindfulness. This is the practice that changes lives, transforms brains, heals suffering, brings peace. Your body is completely relaxed now. More relaxed than you've been in perhaps weeks, months, years. This happened not through effort, not through trying, but through presence, through awareness, through simply being here, allowing, accepting, observing. This is meditation's gift, this deep rest, this profound peace, this complete relaxation. And it's available always, forever, eternally. Just return to breath, return to body, return to now, and peace is here, waiting, welcoming you home. The night is deep now. The world is quiet. The time for sleep has come. And you're ready, so ready. Your body prepared, your mind settled, your whole being at peace. The meditation has naturally led to this, to sleep, to rest, to the healing darkness of unconsciousness. This transition is easy, natural, effortless. Just let go, just release, just allow sleep to come. Your breathing is so slow now, so soft, barely noticeable. Your heartbeat slow and steady, reliable, constant. Everything in your body at rest. Everything in your mind at peace. You're drifting, floating, dissolving into sleep, into darkness, into the deep healing rest your body needs, your mind deserves, your being requires. Sleep is coming, or has come, or will come. Time is meaningless now. There's only this perfect peace, this complete rest, this absolute stillness. You are silence. You are peace. You are rest itself. Nothing more needed, nothing else required. Just this perfect moment stretching into eternity. The practice continues even in sleep. Awareness persists even in unconsciousness. Some part of you remains present, remains aware, remains mindful, watching over, protecting, maintaining. This is the deepest meditation, the most profound practice, being present even in sleep, even in dreams, even in complete darkness. All the facts you've learned, all the practices you've explored, all the insights that have arisen, they're part of you now, integrated, absorbed, becoming wisdom. They'll serve you, help you, guide you, not as knowledge but as direct experience, as embodied understanding, as lived reality. Continue resting, continue sleeping, continue in this perfect peace. Deeply, completely, totally, absolutely, eternally, darkness, silence, peace, complete, total, absolute. You are awareness resting, consciousness at peace, being itself, just being. Nothing more, nothing else, nothing needed. Sleep deeply, rest completely, be at peace. Forever present, forever aware, forever home, in this moment, in this breath, in this eternal now, as you drift deeper into sleep now, completely relaxed, totally at peace. Remember, this peaceful journey can return whenever you need it. The practice of meditation, the cultivation of mindfulness, the power of presence, all available to you, always, constantly, eternally. Just one breath away, just one moment of awareness, just one return to now. If this soothing story helped you relax tonight, if it guided you towards sleep, if it brought you peace, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new calming sleep story every week. More journeys like this, more peaceful explorations, more guides to presence, waiting for you, ready to bring you home to rest. Sweet dreams, rest deeply, sleep now, peacefully, completely. May you be peaceful. May you be at ease. May you rest completely. May you wake refreshed, renewed, restored. The silence holds you. The darkness embraces you. The peace surrounds you. Awareness continues, even in sleep, watching, protecting, caring for you, always, forever. Sleep. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Sleep completely. Just rest, just be, just sleep.